still trying to figure out the best time. Hi, Facebook. I'm still trying to figure out the best time of day to do these Monday, this week it's Tuesday, pep talks to start your week strong with your business's marketing, okay? And everybody has been asking me, and it's kind of the theme of the week with the podcast topic, but everybody's been asking about what should I be talking about and how should I be approaching my social media marketing. So today, by the end of this, you guys are going to have a month's worth of topics that you can talk about on your social media. What you're going to need is a pen and Post-it notes. If you don't have Post-it notes, just grab some paper and we can just doodle all across paper. But grab a pen and some Post-it notes and we're going to come up with a month's worth of content ideas in less than 15 minutes, okay? The other thing that we're going to do is talk about June social school at the end of this, and I'm going to tell you 3 different ways that you can get support in your social media marketing with your social media with me this summer, okay? So get pen, get paper. Madison says, I promise I'm listening, but need to know how cute your mess. Well, thank you, because I haven't had a haircut since January and my hair is just like out of control, and it just kind of went up. It worked, and I don't have a process for it. It just worked this time, and it's super long. But thank you. That really means a lot to me. All right, guys. So how do we make content for the month in less than 15 minutes? Now, we're not going to be start to finish content in 15 minutes. That would be like, if I could figure that out, you guys, we would have like gangbusters, billion-dollar business on our hands. But at least we're going to get you the content topics so that you can get started. And I'm watching Instagram here. I'm doing Facebook here. So if you see me bouncing back and forth, that's why. But when you have a topic and you know what you're going to say, it really does just help take the stress off of what you're going to say. And it gives you that freedom and like just clears up your mind and makes space for these creative ideas to come forward. So let's get going. So when you have these 2 tools, Post-its or paper and a pen, I'm going to set a timer, and I do this whenever I'm feeling like especially drained, and I was kind of feeling that earlier today. So if I'm ever like planning content for myself or my client, I get these tools ready and I go through this process and I start thinking, okay, what products do we have? So number 1, think, just like, don't write anything down yet, but just think, okay, products. And for some of you who are service-based providers, what are the services that you offer or want to promote this summer? So think about products and services. 2, what are the things that I'm really interested in right now? So maybe it's Bridgerton. Maybe it is the book you're reading. Mine is also Bridgerton right now. Maybe it's what you do in the summertime. What's in your summer schedule? What do you enjoy talking about right now? So start thinking about, like, what are those things you and your friends have just like been texting about? What are those memes that have made you laugh? What are those TikTok things that you've learned in the last few weeks? Get all that in your brain, okay? Now, 3rd thing I want you to think about, what are not only the products, the services that I sell, not only the things that I enjoy in my personal and my professional life, but 3rd, what are those things that I'm just like, I could talk about forever, okay? And like when I'm in front of a crowd, if I was like suddenly to be on a stage, don't get all nervous, but like, what are those things that I could like seriously talk somebody through without any planning and preparation? So for those of you who are maybe you guys are teachers, like what are those things that if you like didn't have a lesson plan in front of you, you know you could get to the front of that room and you could teach. If you are somebody who has a boutique, what are those things you could educate your shoppers on? What are those questions that you get all the time that you are constantly having to think on your toes and explain? So those are the 3 things that I start to just like let tumble around in my brain. What are the products and the services that I'm selling right now or want to promote? What are those things that I'm just enjoying right now in my life? And 3, what are those things that I could just like talk about forever without any preparation? All right. Then I set a 1-minute timer and I write down on a Post-it every single idea that comes across my head. Okay. So for every idea, you're going to write it on a different Post-it. Just as fast as you can, you're going to jot it down, take the Post-it, set it over here. Jot it down, take the Post-it, set it here. And you're just going to let your pen move. You're just going to let your mind flow. Don't like self-critique. Don't edit. Don't worry about spelling, punctuation, grammar. We're just focusing right now for the next minute on getting as many ideas out of our head as we can. All right. Are you guys ready? Think about products and services. Think about what you just like right now, and think about what could you talk about forever without any preparation. All right, let's set a 1 minute timer. You guys ready? All right, Alexa, set a timer for 1 minute.
1 minute, starting now.
Go. I'm doing this with you guys, so write down as many ideas as you can. Are you with me? All right, Facebook is here. Instagram is here. Come on, guys. We got this. Keep going. All right, guys. We're doing good. Keep going. Don't censor yourself. Don't edit. Just keep talking. The things you like, the products you have to sell. That was 1 minute. Alexa, cancel timer. Okay, you guys, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, I've got 12 ideas. Do we need another minute? Give me a thumbs up if you want 1 more minute, and then I'm going to show you what to do with this. 1 more minute? Let's do 1 more. All right, if you're just joining, we are taking Post-it notes, pen. We're getting a whole bunch of ideas out for content for our socials. So if you want to join in, hop on in, you guys. But we're going to set 1 more minute timer, and I want you guys to continue this thought process. What's something you could talk about forever without any preparation? What are the products and services you have to sell right now? What are the things you just like about life and what's happening around you? Every different idea gets a different Post-it note. All right, Alexa, set a timer for 1 minute.
1 minute, starting now.
All right, keep going, guys. You guys are doing awesome, and I love seeing new faces pop in. Welcome, welcome. We are brainstorming social media topic ideas right now. We've got about 30 seconds left, you guys. All right, that's it. Alexa, timer off. Okay, guys. Now, you have all of these Post-its in front of you, and if you guys can see, these are my Post-its. Facebook, I don't know if I can lean this down far enough for, no, I can't. So Instagram, you got to see my Post-it list. But what we're going to do next, I want you to start sifting through these Post-it notes. I'm going to turn on my ring light up here. Okay. I'm going to start taking these Post-its and categorizing these, okay? So as I'm going through these, I can start to get some themes together. So I said Facebook, podcast. These are things I could talk about forever without having any preparation. Social media, and I can start putting those into categories. Here I have a Post-it that says social school. That's like a service, a membership that I'm promoting right now. So that could be in the category of like something that I'm selling. So I'm going to put that in a different pile, and I'm going to keep categorizing out till I have all of these Post-its in a dedicated pile. And you can do this by like things that you enjoy, things that you have to sell, or things you could talk about forever, or maybe you have different themes emerge. Like I have some family themes emerging, like summer day trips, our Hamilton trip, to see that. So you might have other themes emerge too, and that's okay. You can have as many categories as you want, but just start figuring out what are those categories that I can kind of start grouping these Post-it notes together around. So let's see. Sunshine. There we go. Summer wardrobes are on my mind because it's hot out today. All right, so you guys are starting to get the gist of this, but just start categorizing, putting these Post-its into piles where they have similar themes, okay? And we're only at about 10 minutes, you guys, so we're doing pretty good. Okay, so I had 4 categories emerge. I have things that I could talk about forever, things that I am like currently promoting or selling, things that I'm really into right now, and then I had like some family, like summertime scheduling kind of emerged too. So I've got 4 different piles. Okay, so how do I take this and turn it into social media content? Here is the beauty of it. So there's a couple of ways you can do this. What I would recommend is taking one of these 2 avenues. First of all, each pile that you have in front of you could technically turn into 1 month of content. So let's say things that I could talk about forever, all right? So this I could talk about hashtags and hash, hooks, calls to action, hashtags. So I'm going to start like taking this and I'm going to start subdividing it and figuring out how do each of these ideas come together in a cohesive way that makes sense for my audience, and that can turn into dates on the calendar of posts. So for example, I've got hash here, which is my hashtag app that I use. I've got social media, that could be like the big unifying thing or topic, excuse me. All right, so then I've got, so social media could be my theme for the month. I could say, here's all my best tips for social media right now. One day I could talk about what's working for Reels. One day I could talk about hashtags and do like a demonstration on hash. GIFs you need to be using or how to create a GIF on Canva. And as I'm going through this, you guys can be jotting additional ideas. Like you could put dates on each of these Post-its. You could say, oh, like what's a format like I could turn this into? So Reels, I could do a video demonstration. So there we go. Podcasts, I could do like my top podcasts to listen to. Or I could say how to pitch yourself to a podcast. So you might not be able to, or maybe like your forte is not social media like mine is, but you will have different ideas on your Post-its, and your brain, I want you to get thinking about like, what are the formats you can present to your audience, or what are the things that you uniquely have to share with your audience? And then you can take that and turn it into a post. And if we look at this, so this category about what's working right now in social media, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 different Post-its. So if I posted once every 3 days, that would stretch me out into a whole month of content. And then I still have these other piles over here that could then be July, August, and so on. Now, the other way that you could do this is you could take one Post-it from each pile, and that could be itemized to a day of the week. And then maybe on Mondays, you talk about a business tip. On Tuesdays, you talk, for me, it would be like, what is a summertime family tip? On Thursdays, maybe it's something I'm selling. And then on Fridays, I'm just talking about fun Friday things that are going through my head. So like next Monday, I could say, here's a social media tip. On Tuesday, I could say, here is how you can join my social school group. On Thursday, I could talk about, hey, here's some day trips if you're from the local area. And then on Friday, I could say, oh, you know what? Here are a pair of shoes that I would take with me on this day trip that we went on yesterday. So you can do those 2 ways. So first of all, we've got thinking about those things that we are good at, the things we are enjoying, and the things we have to sell. Then we set a timer and we put a different idea on each Post-it. Then we sorted out our Post-its into common themes and categories. And then once we had those Post-it notes organized, we could decide if we wanted to take each stack of themed Post-its and turn them into a month's worth of content, or we could take one Post-it from each category and assign them to days of the week so we know what we have to talk about. And that was 15 minutes, you guys. So how did you like this? Tell me in the comments. Did this exercise help you? Did it get your brain flowing? Did you get some ideas down on a page? I'd love to hear. And then I did tell you that there was going to be a little bit of information about social school. So coming up in June, every month I have a group program where I teach you what is working right now on one aspect of social media. In June, we're talking about how to write captions. So we're going to go through my caption writing process because the visual is really cool. The reel stands out. The graphic is beautiful. Those photos are to die for. But what converts followers into buyers, customers, clients, and people who are going to be like your advocates and your besties forever? It's going to be how you can communicate with them in your written word. So in June, we're really going to focus on how to write those captions in a way that connect with your audience and can help your business grow. In July, we're going to talk about Facebook ads and Instagram ads. And then in August, we're going to do an accountability challenge because August is notoriously hard for a lot of business owners who are busy with back to school and with just getting pumped up and ready for the holidays. So those are the next 3 months. Now, why am I talking about 3 months? Because you can join Social School for 1 month at $111. Or if you want to do a summer pass, that gets you June's caption writing, July's Facebook ads, and August's accountabilities, that you'll get those 3 months for $297 one-time payment. Or you can join for an annual pass, which is a whole year of MKM Social School for the price of, you get 12 months for the price of 10. And then with that purchase, I will extend this offer. If you guys are signing up for the annual and you're doing the annual plan, I will give you a one-on-one strategy session with me as well if you sign up for that annual plan. All of these options are available over at mollyknuthmedia.com/shop if you guys sign up. And for any of you guys, let's just make this deal even sweeter. If you're watching this within the next 24 hours, so anybody who signs up by the end of the day on June 1st and purchases that summer pass, let's say if you purchase that summer pass, I will help you set up, because part of our caption strategy is going to be talking about how to develop hashtag lists. So I will give you help and I will get you a hashtag list that I have started for you. And so that if you buy that summer pass by the end of the day on June 1st, I will get you that hashtag list started so that you have that ready to go. I will work on it myself. And then if you purchase that annual plan, you'll get a one-on-one strategy session with me. So let me know if you guys are excited about having these ideas for your social media. Let me know if you're excited about June Social School. I'm super excited about it myself. And let me know if you're excited about summertime. The kids have had their first full day of summer break today, and they had the day with their babysitter, and they loved it. All right, let me know if you guys have questions. I'm so excited to start seeing you guys and your names come across my screen as new members of Social School. I swear, I put everybody's name up here on my wall. I look over it, I pray over it. I like bring good vibes and good intentions to all of these people who are in my programs, and I would love to have you in there with my students. So thank you guys so much for being here. Have a great night, and I will talk to you soon.